hello, 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 hello. So we're back. It's Giant's Island again. Yeah. I can't jump up there. How rubbish is that? I never was good at parkour. Okay, so yeah, we're back. We've got a whole bunch of fertilizer. We've actually filled this up. So we've got a bunch of fertilizer missions that I have taken. Where are they? There they are. And a cultivating mission and a harvesting mission, but we're not going to do that. Well, not at the minute. Not at the minute, anyway. Animals, I think the animals are all okay. And we just need some water at the... Need some water at the cows, some water at the chickens. And yeah, so we'll just do that quickly. So we don't have to think about it. Water! Splish, splish, splishy waters. I need a lot of water. Hey, thirsty, thirsty cows! Wow, they really are thirsty cows. Jeez. Come on, finish, finish, finish. There we go. So the cows are done. So we need to do chickens. Where is the chickens? Let's go visit the chickens. Hello, chickens! Oh, I don't have a thingy bobber. Or do I? Oh, yes, I do. Or do I? Okay, apparently I do. Oh, that's got... Ah, okay, it's over here. There we go. Splishy splashy! Water for chickens. You right, little dog? Good girl. Try and lie down. So yeah, so it's very fascinating watching the water load, but we'll just let that do its business. And then the animals should be all in relatively good shape, with nothing kind of in the red, which is what we want. So, even though the pigs have got mountains and mountains of pig food piled up. So, should we just do the pigs quickly? Give them whatever water they want as well. We might as well. We might as well. We're passing. So we're going to run over here. And we're going to do some buying of things. Because we've still got our mission. I want to get the BGA plant online. So... But we also need to seed the field out on field 20, which needs lime. And we haven't really figured out doing lime very much. Now we've got the larger fields, I'm minded to do something about it. So we are going to run into the shop. Ta-da! Into the shop. Boing! And we're going to get another bradle. We're going to get one of these. We're going to get the larger one. We're going to extend it. And because this one you can't, the reason I didn't get this one for the fertilizer is because you can't have the small tires, the narrow tires. So we're going to buy that. That's the first thing we're going to buy today. Not the last thing, the first thing. So, and we already have the lime, so you've all seen the lime that was by the TMR machine. So I've picked that up in the scoop. And that's where it is. So we're gonna... We don't have a weight on this, so it's gonna be a little bit derpified. So I'm going to throw that in there. And that will do that. little bit like an ant kind of pulling a Volkswagen. So do we maybe need a... Do we maybe need another tractor? Medium. Could we maybe get a... I think we've already got one of those, haven't we? Yes, we have got one of those. Got one of each of those. Where's the Series 7 then? Or is it... Oh, I got the Series 7, I didn't get the... It's the large one that I didn't have. Which is... where? That one. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I considered buying one of those. But I think medium is fine. I think that's too small. I think we need another one of these. Yeah, I think we need another one of these. So we can have one of those. As per usual. Get this one in red, I think. Red matte. Yeah, I think yellow's a bit wrong. Orange, no. But we're going to go red matte. I think that's fine. And we're going to have it used secondhand because someone else bought it red. So that's fine. So we're going to buy that. Again, that's not the... I wasn't planning on buying that, but that's not the last thing we're going to buy. We're still on a buying spree. So let's repair this and the rattle. And then let's fill it up with fuel. No, don't sell it. Repair it, please. Oh, and I know what else we need to do with it. We also need to equip it with GPS. No, not you. Well, actually, whilst we're there, customize. GPS, yes, please, thank you. Customize, so we'll add the GPS. Now let's repair this one. Thank you very much. Okay, so next up, what we're going to buy is a Plissable, and it's going to be the Lime Station, if I can find it. There it is, Lime Station. And we're going to put that not over there. Going to put it next to our seed silo, I think. That's a logical place for it. Limingtons. Where are we going to put the Limingtons? Ideally, I'd like to put it there, but it's not going to fit there. But it would fit there. About there. Mm-hmm. We could put it there. That'll do. It's kind of in line with the other one. That's fine. So that's our Lime Station. And still, that's not the last thing we're going to buy today, I don't think. So off we go. Let's go and get... Because I'm going to try and do the lime of field 21st. So I think that's what the... Because then we can set the set the seeder going at some point. So we've got lots of things to do. I've been on the game for an hour or so, just figuring out different things to do to move us forward. So I want to get, like I said, I want the BGA online today. So that is our primary mission. And we will get to it. We will absolutely get to it. There's a whole bunch of money that we're going to spend, so... Which seems crazy, I realise. So yeah, you can see that's where I picked up the lime that was in that bucket from. So we're going to go and pick up these lime things over here. These were leftovers from the last time I had to lime. But we didn't have the fields... I don't think we had the fields anywhere near the size that they are now. Plus, I don't want to keep emptying lime out of the bredel and then putting it back in, and it's just annoying. I'd rather have two of them. We've got the resources now. Let's do it properly. Well, let's just do it. Whether or not it's properly, we'll figure that out another time. So, there we go. Rah, face tree! And so you see I've collated some of the wood there and started to collect some of the larger logs ready to take. I want to get that in this game day. I want to get that completed and get that why can I not? Why can I not open the cover? Why can I not open the cover? It's not funny. Goodness gracious me, what's going on? I could open the cover not long ago. No, that one works. So let's just make sure we've got the right one of these. Let's just make sure we've got the right one. So let's have a look at what we've got already. So we have, that's a grain silo. We have this silage silo. We've got the grass silo. Now that's fine. So those are silos because that's what we wanted. And then we should have, we've got the lime station and the seed station. So it's the right thing. There's just something derping. That's preventing me from opening up the cover. Why will it not allow me to do that manually? That's not helpful. Ah. Right, let's go back to the shop. Actually, let's empty it right here. Because I think when we repaired it, I think it's derped something. So we're going to go back and we're going to go through it again, and we're going to click the customize and just put the extension back on. Because I think that's why it's not doing it. If that makes sense. It's the only logical reason I can think of that it's kind of gotten itself screwed up. Customize. Extension. And then customize. Yes, do I want to customize it for a cost of 0? Yes, I do. So now if I press... Oh. And I still cannot open up dang cover. Why not? That's not helpful. Can a different tractor do it? Because I don't know what I've done, but clearly I've done something to open doors and windows here. Which I haven't intended to do. Hey, Das! Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can do this. So for some reason, attached to our new tractor, we cannot close or open the cover. I've obviously pressed something somewhere. Who knows what it is that I've pressed, but I've obviously pressed something. But nevertheless, we've got it open now, so we can go fill it up at least. Let's go fill it up. And then we'll see if we can close it. I mean, who knows? If this closes it now automatically, I'm going to be annoyed. It's probably going to do it, but it will annoy me. No, it didn't. Hey, yes, excellent. I mean, it's going to look derpy if I drive around with it like this, but we'll figure it out. But thank you, Das. I think you suck as well. How'd you like that? So, why does it give you options for hold? I don't know. Oh, it's I'm opening the what's it? And I don't know what the other... Ah! It's doors and windows. There we go. There's only one on there, and there's two on there. But it has nothing to do with actually closing the cover of the spreader, which is annoying. Yeah, I'm guessing so, 1G. But we've got another one of the same. Got another one of the same variety. So let's test it on the other one, because that's over here. So we'll see if it's just this tractor itself or if it's the mod. Because we have two of these now. Oh no, actually that's a different one, isn't it? Where is it? Yeah, so this is... No, this is the same one. Nope, also cannot do it. So I'm guessing you're right, 1G. It must be the mod. Also, let's do shout-outs. So there's a Dare shout-out for Das. And a 1G shout-out for 1G. 1G was most recently seen playing Worms, WMD. Who would have thought it? Das was most recently seen playing Stardew Valley. Thank you for the follow, Fozzy. F-Ozzy-Y. However you prefer that said. Oh well, we're gonna run with it. Not getting too hung up over it. Ultimately, I hadn't seen that we needed to lime the field. We've got another tractor over here. We can close the cover for a little while. But it does mean that I probably will not use either of those tractors for running this equipment. So, which is slightly annoying because that's the purpose that I bought this one for. So, but we'll find another home for it. It might just become the permanent loading wagon tractor, and then we'll buy a different one at some point when we've got the money. So, but here we go. Got it right the first time, Fozzy. Okay, fair enough. Welcome to the madness. It's a lot of craziness around here. So we'll get the cover closed because that's going to annoy me. So we'll just hook it up to the Challenger quickly. So the joy of mods. Oh yeah, absolutely. There we go. Okay. Right, so now let's get some gups going. So I know we've got 12-meter width. Let's auto width it. Thank you very much. Reset the offset. We're going to do an A plus heading. Gonna set A, and I think we're on a 180. No, we're not on a 180. What are we on? No, we are on a 180. Why did it not set that properly then? A plus heading, set A. This is always fun. Yeah, everything seems to be reasonably okay. That's fine, that's fine. Oh, I'm keep clicking on those. That's why it's getting reset. Okay. Okay, but at least that's set correctly. We just need to now set it to the right width. Auto width, please. Thank you. No offset. And then let's... just get this adjusted. Obviously, it won't... if it were fertilizing, we'd have a much wider spread. But the lime doesn't have that same width, unfortunately. Right, let's get going. Da 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 da. Everything is always highly professional with no shenanigans. Indeed. Swansea has sunk way too much time into Terraria this weekend. Fair enough. Serena says, hey, you calling crazy? Everyone's crazy. So, if you choose to identify that way, that's fine with me, Serena. So, oh dear. So how is everybody? It's Sunday afternoon here. Depending upon where you are. Hopefully you're enjoying the tail end of your weekend. Serena says, well, everybody's crazy. That means nobody's crazy. Well, indeed. Precisely. And 1G saying, definitely calling that one out, Serena. You work with Tabbers. Well, this is true. This is true. So let's get this going. So I think this field's going to take a little time to do, but that's fine. Thank you for the squee, Fozzie. Das Tabbers says biscuits. And gravy? Serena's thinking of the UK biscuits. I think Das is thinking of South US biscuits with gravy. Unless I'm wrong and Serena is thinking biscuits and gravy as well. Might have to take some of the ingredients for that and see if I can make that for my brother over Christmas. Although I doubt there'll be time. See if he'd enjoy that. My mum wouldn't even try it. She wouldn't touch it. Absolutely not. So, but there we go. So we're gonna make a start on this. Like I said, I think we're gonna. We'll probably head back to this. I'm gonna do a few. So we've got this up and running, but I'm just trying to show the beginnings of things because I'm gonna do things. And I'm gonna move this forward. I'm gonna try and move this forward with more rapidity than it has had. Because, yeah. Why not? Where you'll douse things with gravy and she's not going to try flaky layered Yorkshire pudding with sausage gravy. No, she's not. She will not touch it, Das. A Sunday roast with our gravy, fine. So... But you're talking about a different kind of gravy, Das. She likes kind of the meat gravy that we have for Sunday roast, but you're talking about peppered sausage gravy, so no, she wouldn't like that. I almost guarantee you she wouldn't like that. So... there we go. Oh yeah, I know her very, very well. It's yeah. And I think she wonders why we were picky as kids. Right, so let's just make sure that we're getting the right updates on the field. So field 20. Yep, we are getting it done. That's good. So we need to do it on field 23. We need it on field 2. We need it on 27, 28. So yeah, we pretty much need that. So the other thing we're going to do is, well, some of the other things we're going to do. Let's go find this tractor. Yay! Let's run around the other side of the map. As we try to get... well, let's go and get some silage first. Let's go get some silage. Sarah says, my mum hates garlic, so of course, ahead of seeing them tomorrow, I'm having garlic bread. Fair enough. So you can do the old huffy. That's nice, fair enough. Ba 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 ba. Wouldn't need to. She'd smell it from 6 feet. Well, yeah, true that, Serena. I mean, it's kind of like me and things like, I mean, like cigarette smoke. I can smell just, yeah. Yeah, I can pick up on it really, really quite sensitively. So let's go get some silage. And I'm only going to get one bucketful for now. We won't see confirmation of it because obviously it'll take place overnight. There we go. We have 940 silage. So off we go. We're going to go to the BGA. Ah! Thanks, Das. I lost. And it doesn't help me getting this this thing back up and running. There we go. Corners like a dream. One purple tractor. So there we go. So yeah, so we're gonna get the actually, yes, I think I did. If I didn't, I might need to just exit the game. I think I did. Let's just check. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. Never mind. Just doubting myself for a second then. So... And I've done extensive testing on the BGA, because there is a BGA plant in the map, but I think I've told you guys before it doesn't work. And so I found a workaround. So we don't have to spend the 1.9 million on the BGA plant that we've had in the mods. I found another mod that will help us out for significantly cheaper than that. But we're gonna try and maintain some realism with it as well, because I don't just want to go, oh, I'm cheating, because I'm not interested in cheating. Just interested in trying to rectify and repair, as it were. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a little trip on out here. I'm going to do two things. And I think this is the 2 more things that I'm going to buy, and then actually 4 more things I'm going to buy. We're going spend happy, but I think it's going to be the last spending for a little while, because of reasons of raisins. So so you'll remember we took the sheep pasture out from down the road there, in those trees, in that clearing. We took the sheep pasture out. That's okay. I'm not putting it back. But I'm not putting a BGA there either. So what we have here is a nice area that's a BGA. And we've got silos to kind of ferment silage. Massive, massive, massive silos to ferment absolute metric butt tons of silage, I'm sure. And they actually do register as silos. They work. And we've got all of the stuff that you'd expect from a BGA. However, when I put silage in here, and I've done this in a test, I took a copy of this game and I've put it in the test, it does nothing. And when I put something else here, it's kind of the silage is like coming out the bottom, so it's like just dumping it on the floor. It doesn't actually recognize it as a point. So this is the bit that's broken. So I'm going to declare that this BGA has got a broken... I think this is the fermenter. No, these are the fermenters, and this is the doodle. The doodle schmoodle groodle. So we're going to get a new doodle schmoodle groodle. And the way we're going to do that... Das says, what's BGA? Biogas something or other? Yeah, I think it's biogas. Yeah, I can't remember what the A is. But it's the biogas plant, basically. So what we're going to do is... we're going to stop the engine running so we stop burning diesel. Save the planet just a little bit. I don't know if it's accumulated DAS or not, but possibly. So yeah. So we're going to... we're going to use this. So I found a mod that does a modular BGA. So this is Caster, and they do the fermenter plant. They do the BGA. So I guess it might be the accumulator DAS, because this is the main thing. So effectively, we don't need fermenters because there's fermenters there. And we don't need gas storage because there's gas storage there. The part that's not working is the we'll call it the accumulator because that's what Das has said. That's the part we need, because that part doesn't work. So, me being me, we've got the mod. We're going to put it here to try and basically get this up and running, which is the most legitimate way I can see of doing it. So, the 100 kilowatt is small. The 300 kilowatt is too big. So we're going to go with the 200 kilowatt. And we're going to wind up back over here. And we're going to need to do a super speed over. And here we are. Who would have thought it, huh? So the pipe sticking out the back, as we're looking at it now, is the thing that goes into the fermenter. And what we can do, if we're careful, is we can get it so that it... At least I was able to get it on the other... There we go. We can get it so that it pops in there. So it looks like all we've done is replace... We've just replaced this with this. And then what we will be able to do is throw in our silage and whatever else we're going to throw into the biogas, because it'll take manure. If we look at the description of it again, if we just scroll along here, it will take, oh, it doesn't say, but it'll take manure and the other things. So there we go. So I think that's in keeping, and it doesn't detract from anything else. So what we're also going to do is, because I don't like the fact that this area is now... Sarah says, aha, I've used that mod before. Good thinking, yes! It took me a little while, but we got there. And Das says, nicely fixed. Thank you very much. So I don't like the fact that this area is now empty. So, being that we now have a functional biogas, we are going to put a pig enclosure here instead. Did I say large pig enclosure or pig enclosure? In the test world, it did work. Then in the test world, I had kind of put some... I had kind of increased the height of some of this and already kind of deformed some of the terrain. So I might need to come back to that when we've got some money to do... I think we'll revisit that when I've got some money to kind of increase the height of the land. I think what's happening is it wants to deform it, but it's putting it below the lowest level that it can accept. Actually, can I just increase the height of it? How do I do that? Let's have the thingy bobber on. Big enclosure. So it could go there. But I had it over here kind of when I was doing it before. But I guess that's okay. Let's do that. There we go. Boom! So we have another pig area. With the manure easy access to go and the slurry easy access to go over to the BGA. So that's cool. So now we're going to spend the last bits of our money and we're going to buy these two fields because I want to put these two fields now. I'm going to finish the harvest that's on them and put them over to grass so that we can harvest them, whack the grass into the silos and ferment it for silage. Or possibly we'll get a bale wrapper and we'll just do it that way. because that might be even easier for us to do. So we're going to, this is 48 grand, we're going to buy that. Then this is 15 grand, we're going to buy that. So at the start of this stream, we had £800,000, and we now got 65k left. So there you go. I have put significant resources into this. And so now we're just going to figure stuff out. So now we've got to put the work in to earn the money to kind of get ourselves out of all this debt. Because now we've got the biogas functional. Our next goal is to pay back the 1.5 million loan and make £10 million. Clear and free. That's where we're heading. Ooh, let's get rid of that. So yeah. And we've got our cookie factories. We've got the fertilizer factory to make fertilizer and do fertilizer missions. And we've got our own fields as well. So, and we're obviously harvesting them. We've got the grass cutter there. So we've got plenty of things that we can be doing. And like I said, some of them will take place in between streams. Mostly because a reason. 10 million, Serenar says. Oof, yes. Well, there's a reason for that, because officially I didn't get the 10 million, the achievement for 10 million, because I got it by the dint of I edited the XML file in my test world for this game to give me money to buy things. So I don't consider that legitimately achieved. So I'm not finished with Farm Sim 19 until I've legitimately got 10 million in an account. So that's why. So for everyone that's kind of come in and go, and that isn't a regular that's going, why are you still playing Farm Sim 19? Are you just a Neanderthal? It's going, no, I have specific objectives that I'm trying to complete. I do have 22. I stream that on Saturdays, so feel free to tune in to that. So, and I didn't fill this up with fuel when I did it, did I? How silly. How silly of me. Whoop whoop, says the goops. And away we go. So, liming this field. We've got to lime pretty much all our fields, I think, this time around. Which is why I'm investing in the sprayer, the harvester, and the lime station, so that we can do this more rapidly. This would probably be better with the wide sprayer, but yeah, not worried about that. We'll just keep doing it. We'll get there. I think we may need to go and fill up, which means we might kind of take the Challenger to do that, because then we can open the cut and close the cover. In fact, we might sell that tractor back as being not good and use the Challenger for this anyway, because the Challenger does most of our field work. It does the cultivating and seeding, so no reason it couldn't do this as well. Da, 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 da. So yeah, so lots more field work to be done. Yeah, and plenty of silage making to be done as well. I'm half tempted to get the Crone mower and come and do the sides of these fields, because I think there'd be a reasonable amount of grass there. We've also got FS19, which is Serenar's field next door. We've got that. Is a harvest mission that I've taken. Once we've harvested our own fields, which we're over on 23 at the moment. I think we've seeded the field next door. So that's the old what used to be Dare's mega field, now our mega field. So I think we're sticking on the soybean trail at the moment. Whoop whoop. Go. And away we go. I say we're definitely going to have to fill up, so 2 fills of lime for this field. Not too bad, I don't think. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, so that's how quickly the money can go. And I thought we were going to spend most of that money on actually getting the biogas up and running, but turns out, no, not so much. But I think we will look to make bales that we can kind of throw in there rather than just doing the silage, the silo. Because those silos are going to be huge, and it's going to be really difficult to try and bucket load those out. So we'd have to use belts, which would work, but we could use belts. It's not a bad idea. But we'll probably do a combination, to be honest. Combination. Because why not? More equipment, more different things, more fun, more games. Do do do. So yeah, we're over halfway by the looks of it. We're just approaching, or just about getting to halfway, I think. Bum, ba, 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 dum. Bit annoyed about the tractor, but there we go. Can't odds that. I didn't notice it on the other one, so I've then bought another one of the same type, and it still doesn't do it. But we'll probably replace both of those and take the mod out at some point, because if it's not working in that way, there could be other faults with it. But it's a shame. Because what we could do, and I'll look at this when we get this. We'll just turn this around. What would be nice is if we replace the 2 of these with the large tractor that I showed you quickly. So this one has... Oh, this one as well, somewhere. So this one's... Oh, there was a black version of this somewhere. Don't know where it is. No, 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 not there. Maybe I took it out. Sure, I had a modded version of that was a black one. In fact, I'm sure I did. Where did it go? Maybe the mod didn't agree with me. So definitely the Series 9. Okay, obviously it is nowhere to be found. Okay. But we'll have to figure that out. So Serenar's heading off to do some farming. Take care, Serenar. Thank you very much. Obviously, as always, give Dare my best. I'll be there to kind of take the mickey out of him in about an hour and 5 minutes or thereabouts. Well, as much as I can take the mickey out of him while I'm getting my own dinner. So, but it's obligatory. I think he understands that. So, Das is laughing. Oh dear. Because Das knows the truth. Ba, ba, ba. Ah, yeah. That's right. Whoop whoop, says the Gups. So we're only going to get up one more run, so I'm going to take this away. Leave that there. Go and grab the Challenger, because I don't really think the Major would be particularly good at dragging that thing around. Away we go. Let's have Wibbly Doofus on, please, because why not? I can open and close the cover. Whoop, 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 whoop. Strange things to celebrate, I realise, but yeah, we're doing it. Just gonna go and refill. $19.93. I'd say who here remembers 1993, but that would force people to reveal their ages. So. Long time ago now, 1993. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, so we're kind of partway through this harvest here, which I think is the last. I think is the last grown field that we have to actually harvest of our own. Yes, it is. So field 22 we've just recently planted. It needs fertilizing. Field 20 needs lime and then it needs to be seeded. Field 23, again, lime seed, 2 lime seed, 27, 28 lime seed, and cultivate, obviously. So, lots and lots of work to do. And I want to try and turn all that round inside this game day. Doesn't mean that I'm going to do it on stream, but within the game day that we're currently on, I want to have that done. So. There we go. More lime. It's only cost us 2,000, so that's not horrendous. The fertilizer we get for free because we manufacture that from manure and... Well, I say for free. We manufacture it from manure and slurry, so we occasionally buy in manure. But that's like a grand for thousands and thousands of litres, which is fine. Because it's only poop. So yeah, for everyone looking at all this equipment, going, do you really need all this equipment, Fab? Yes, I do. So the agreement that I have with myself is I can use one hired worker or courseplay worker. When we get to having 500,000 free and clear, I can use 2. And I haven't actually tiered it above that, but I'm guessing above 5 million I can have 3, maybe? Sounds reasonable, doesn't it? Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Do. Da 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 da. Power! What I may do is get this set up. So that while we continue to make progress on this, the seeding can be taking place. So let's take this, turn around. Turn around. Every now and then I have to lime the field, 'cause it just makes the yield so much better. Turn around, fat. You are a silly derp, you silly person. Right, so... Das is in there with the musical notes. There's always if there's a song in your heart, sing it. Doesn't matter if it's in tune, doesn't matter if anyone else appreciates it. If there's a song in your heart, sing it. So we are just going to fill this up as well from the seeds that we brought over with the major. Because I didn't think there'd be quite enough to complete this field. I think we're going to stick with soybeans. And we're going to get our good old course generation going. And it's field 20. And we're going to say, drive the course, baby! There we go. That's doing its doings. So we're going to go and do our doings. And away we go. It's going to be a busy old farm, this one. And I did, before the stream, whilst I was prepping everything up, I did go and I took flour and sugar to the cookie factory to keep the cookie factory up and running. And I also took some empty pallets because it was running low on empty pallets as well. And we've got to have pallets to put those cookies on. So... look at the Challenger. It's all got the white of the lime and the cedar. So I think once we've got the liming done, we'll leave the cedar to do its doings. We'll take this over to field 23 and we'll complete the harvest there, and then we can lime that, cultivate that. We can then go and lime field 2 and 27, 28. So there's lots of. But it's all good. Maybe I need to repair the Challenger. Looks like it's going a little slow. We'll leave it doing its doing for now. But yeah. Then obviously there'll be a lot of preparations to make silage to go to the biogas. I can take some of the manure to the biogas. In fact, that's a point we might do a run with manure, actually. I think we still have one of the smaller tippers. I don't think we sold... I think we sold 2 of them, but I don't think we sold the 3rd one. But we'll get this done first. It's easy to get distracted, easy to meander off onto things. Isn't it, Das? So, there we go. Das Teva's responding with the only correct response to that inquiry, which is the shiny squirrel emote. So it looks like the Challenger's 93% on seeds, so we should have plenty of seeds in the seeder to do that. I love that seeder. It's the Great Plains cedar, and it can do pretty much everything. I think the only thing it can't plant is potatoes. So, which is fine. So, but it's a very, very useful cedar cum planter because it'll do the corn and everything as well, so which is nice. Keeps us out of mischief. And also what we'll do is we'll transfer some pigs. We'll try and get some pig feed, and we'll transfer a couple of pigs over to the new pig farm so that they can start, because the pigs will breed like absolute maniacs. So that's good. And then that'll give us a nice source of manure and slurry that will be close to the BGA. So bum, bum, bum. Challenger turning around again, doing its 3rd pass. It's making obviously a lot quicker progress than we are because we've got it's got a massive width advantage over us, but we're close enough to the end that it's not going to catch us. We've only got like another 1.5 passes, or 2.5 passes by the looks of it. And I saw mod for 22 earlier on. I was looking at things, and they've got a mod actually to have a factory that makes lime from the stones that you gather off the field. So there we go. Okay. I kind of neglected the fields a little bit from lime and fertilizer because we were so in a desperate rush towards the end of the run up to 22 to get the cultivating and other achievements for field work to the 100 hectares that we kind of neglected some of this stuff. So we're going to get back to doing things properly. Well, as properly as we do things around here. So bum bum whoop whoop, says the goops. Yeah. I'm not going to go back up and do that little strip because I don't think it's worth the cost of the lime, to be honest, in terms of the cost of the in terms of the cost that it'll likely make just for that little teeny tiny strip to the yield. Do not think it's worth it. Excuse me. It's because I just drank some pop. Ah. So, what else are we going to do? We're going to, yeah. I think we'll try and... Do we try and move the pigs? No, I'm not going to try and move the pigs just yet because we need to get food across for them. So we'll need to deal with that first. I'm thinking, really, I'm just going to get the pig food station. So much like we did the lime station, I'm just going to get a pig food station for the one over here and just manage it that way, rather than trying to kind of get all the individual components. Right, so we're done with that now. Da, 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 da. Oh, I was going to take this. Let's turn around. I was going to take this to field 23. This is not the way to field. This is not the most efficient way to field 23. Let's just say it's a way. Certainly not the way that I would pick myself. So, challenges: sowing soybeans. Tracks are white with lime. There we go. We're going to head off. Leave it to it. It didn't really take that much seeds. It only took like 5 bags of seeds to fill up that seeder. from like 30 odd percent or 38%, I think it was. Do 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 doodle doodle do. Bum, 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 bum. Tree. Put this back on. And then I'm going to use this nice little one. Rotate by 90 degrees. Just to line it up. Ready. We'll leave that there. Go to get... our nice harvester. So we've got this canola harvest to do. I think the intention was to sell this. It depends on what we're going to harvest for Serenar. We're going to harvest wheat, so that's fine. I just didn't want it to interfere with the mission. So I'm doing this manually by hand, so I'm not GPSing it, I'm not cosplaying it. So just get this field done. Hello, Cyan. How are you? I don't have a special button for Cyan. Let me do a. Oh, if I can just do it. Okay. Most recently seen playing Train Sim World 2. Hope that's still treating you well. Ba, ba, ba. So spent the best part of £750,000 in the stream today. You're good. You're very welcome for the shout out. Obviously game money, but spent best part of £750,000. Just because. Why would you not? So there we go. We've bought 2 new fields. We've got the biogas plant online. We've bought a second pig area. Do I use the GPS mod? What does it do? So the GPS mod, well, the guided steering mod is what it's called. So in the GPS mod, it allows you to line up and plot a direction and steer in the same direction. So you can, if you get the right width, you can make sure that you're covering the field. So if you're fertilizing, you're more efficient with using the fertilizer. The same with the lime. I'll show you in just a moment, actually, because we'll get to the end of this row and I will go and just do the first lime pass just to show you what the GPS mod does. Very briefly, So we're going to pipe that out because we're going to empty this out this time around. So this is the generally the last field that we currently got from our previous harvest group to do. So there we go. There we go. So let's go do this. There we go. So now what I've got here is if I press Alt and C, I turn the GPS on and off. You have to install it in the tractor, which costs 15,000 in this particular tractor. And it gives you the ability to do this or not. If you press Control and S, you get the interactive menu, so you can turn it on and off, you can snap to terrain, you can offset, you can show the lines, you can set the width, and all of these things. And you can either use A and B to set a straight line by driving and setting it, or you can choose A and the heading, so where you set the current position and you say the heading that you want to go in. And that's what I tend to use. So we're going on this at the moment, and we press Alt and X to lock in the course, and then we just steer along it. So rather than it's not a course play because I'm still driving, and if I go away from this vehicle it will stop, but it means that I'm steering a course to do that width of line, and it just steers it straight along the field. Well, straight along the course that I've plotted. So and that's what the GPS or the guidance steering, yeah, guidance steering. It's a good mod. It took a long while in 19 for the GPS mod to kind of get remade, because I think the GPS mod in 17 they said they weren't going to do it again. Well, the person stopped modding or something. So there we go. So I'm going to leave that there, and we're going to get back to our harvest. So we're waiting for that to come to the 22 mod shop. Absolutely. I will be very pleased to see the guidance steering mod come to 22. I'm assuming they're going to. I think Bruce said that they're working on it. So yeah. So there we go. So now we've got this field in various different states. Some of it ready to harvest, some of it harvested, and some of it even limed. We've got the Challenger, like I said, over on field 20, seeding away the soybeans. I'm planting pretty much all the fields to soybeans just for a cash crop. I think I need to plant some corn for the pigs, but if I go with buying the feed, then that might be something that we don't worry about so much. But we'll see. I like trying to do that, and so I might rethink. I might rethink that, and actually make a mixing station and then go and take it and put it into a silo for pig feed. But we shall see. Still, like I say, still plenty to do, because we've got to pay off a £1.5 million loan, and we've got to make £10 million, £10 million pounds, because we're in pounds on this save game. There we go. Boom. And away we go. I have been exercising some of the horses, because it's the one thing that takes a whole bunch of time, and if you leave it too late in the day, then you run out of daylight, and you don't have headlights on horses. You really don't. So, yeah. So that's the thing as well. And there's still... How many horses left to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 more to exercise. So like I said, depending upon how my week goes, my plan is, and I'd say by next week, but it's not going to be next week because next week is going to be Boxing Day. So I will... Actually, no, I might be back. I don't know. For Christmas Day, I definitely won't be streaming. So next Saturday, or so Saturday coming, so 25th of December, will not be streaming because I will not be here to do that. So the Farm Sim 22 stream will be postponed. I will be coming back Boxing Day, so I may actually continue and carry on because that'd be kind of fun. And it does kind of, I guess it does kind of amuse me that people kind of come in and say, why are you still playing 19? And then I get to explain that, yeah, I'm not quite finished with it yet. And just because you get a new toy at Christmas doesn't mean that you stop playing with all your old toys. Might do for a little while. But yeah. Mind you, at Christmas you generally play with the cardboard boxes. If you're a normal kid. So, there we go. But of course, I'm now off this week. I'm off work. And then I've got the public holidays, and yeah. So there will be some, missing streams in the next couple of weeks. I'll try to minimize them, and I'll try to put alternate streams on different days to kind of make up for it. It's the holiday season, so please do bear with. Bum, 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 ba-da, bum, bum. So yeah, so we're going to finish this field off in the next kind of pass and a half, as it were. Oh. The Challenger is in a derpagrific place. Let's go deal with the Challenger. There it is. Poor derpagrific Challenger. It got stuck on a tree. And we need to set it free. Oh, come on. Drive the course, please. And away we go. So we might get this finished by the time it gets back and gets stuck on the next tree. If we're lucky. So... Bum bum bum. Doodle 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 doo. So yeah, so we've got this to lime, 2 to lime. Yeah, we've got lots of field work. So I'll be mostly doing that off screen because I want to try and have them all planted, all the fields planted, and I want to be on the next game day by the time I'm back. just for reasons of raisins. I think the loan will pay back like $250,000 at a time. So when we've made 250 grand, well, when we've made 300 grand, we'll pay back 250. Just to make it so that we're not kind of always just paying back in little dribs and drabs. So and yes, there we go, last bit of this field. Like I said, for anyone that hasn't been in before, this is it is Farm Sim 19, but this is a remake of the Giants Island 2011 map. I started playing it, honestly, I don't know how long ago, but I've been streaming it for quite a while. Really do like the map. There's some derps with it, with the cat's eyes, the reflectors in the middle of the road. They kind of cause collision issues and stop tractors dead in their tracks. It's quite derpy. And obviously, as we just saw earlier on today, the BGA didn't work, but we've repaired that now. But on the whole, it's a really quite nice remake, homage to the original map. So, yes. Da da da. So where do we need? We need this to go over to Serenar's field. So I'm going to leave it here and pipe out so we can come collect the canola. And then we can take it over to Serenar's field, because we've got a contract to kind of harvest wheat for Serenar. And obviously, this isn't multiplayer, it is single player, but I've edited the XML so that you get all the different names of people. So I've put my people in there. So, because why not? I like the ability to do that. So where are we going to sell this canola? Or are we going to sell it, or are we not going to sell it? Let's have a look. We have 0 in stock. It's going down at Port Northwest, and it's 117 at Port Southeast. We recently did soybeans. We've got sunflowers. I think we'll sell it at Port Southeast. We can always grow more canola if we need it. But I think we'll be growing some corn and some sunflowers somewhere. I think obviously these two big fields here are both soybeans, so I'll leave them both as soybeans. I think we'll do corn on 27, 28. Canola on 2. And sunflowers on 23. So we'll check in on the progress of the Challenger. Looks like it's stuck there as well. Let's go and just deal with that quickly. Run, 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 run. And it will be the last time we need to do it this time. It gets a little stuck because it tries to control it in the same way that it would control a wheeled vehicle, and it forgets the fact that it doesn't recognize the fact that it's a track-driven vehicle. So hence it gets stuck on this tight turn. Which is a little bit silly, but there we go. I couldn't write the courseplay mod, so yeah. What am I going to say about it? Other than, yeah, they did a good job. But they just missed that detail. Maybe they didn't test it with the Challenger, I don't know. Bum, bum, bum. So let's go sell this. We'll see how much money we get. I'll leave the trailer over here, because then we can use it for the wheat crop that we're going to harvest for Serenar. So hopefully make up for some of the spending that we've done this episode. We might not quite back up to 100,000, but we're not far off it. So not quite as horrific as it was. Here it is. So now let's take this over. Take this over to field 20. It's not field 20, field 19. That's where we want to be. That's where it's all happening. Well, that's where the next harvest is happening, that's for sure. Do. Oh. Challenger's finished its mission. Excellent. That's so we've need quite some grounds today, I think. So seeing as how the Challenger's finished its mission, we'll end the courseplay work, and I'm going to use a courseplay worker to harvest this field for Serenar. We can go and work on something else, hopefully. Go, right. Excellent. So let's go. To the Challenger. Where is the Challenger gone? There it is. Oh, hang on a sec. No, it's not quite done the edge of that field, has it? Just needs to go just a touch more. There we go. That'll do. So that, like I said, that is a phenomenal seeder. So we'll take the Cedar and the Challenger back to base. Whilst we're up here, this side of the field, we'll just move this tractor out of the way, because otherwise it's going to be in the turning area for the work potentially. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if there's not a lot of fertilizing taking place on this field, there's only one stage fertilizer completed on this, and there's no lime. The hired worker might even get through it in just one tank on that. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll set it going in just a minute. So should have done that before we actually set that seeding happening, but there we go. And I think we're going to take this way back, just because. And then have a look at the other field. The fields, our new acquisition fields, we can have a look at and just see what we want to do with those. So we need a course generation. Field 19. And we're going to drive the course. Do, do, do. So what we've got over here, I think this is what was Stocko's field, or one of Stocko's fields. I think this is wheat. Yep, it's wheat. And it doesn't need lime, but it hasn't been fertilized, so we do need to fertilize it. That's fine. We can deal with that. And then we'll have a look at the other field. I think the other field was barley. And obviously they'll both become grass fields. The silage. And this field is barley, as I said it was. And it is in the same state. So we just need fertilization. Which will be good. And there we go. So I think we'll leave this one. I think we'll leave it alongside the orchards for now. I'm not going to put it away because we do need it both on field 23 and 2, and we need it everywhere basically. We're going to go and get the, I think we're going to get the cultivator that we can take over the bridges. That's the good cultivator. Well, I say they're both good cultivators, but it's the one that we can take over the bridges, which means it's the one that we can use everywhere, as opposed to the one that we can only use on this section of the island. So there we are. So get this lined up ready to use here. Oop. We're at 63% of wheat. So I was well and truly off by saying we'd get most of it done, but that means it should be a good yield, so we might get some overage and make some profit off of that. Should be good. So we're going to flip between this and the liming tractor, I think. Okay. And off we go. So we try and keep an eye on the harvester. Not keen to take any other harvesting missions at the moment because we don't need to. Just need to get our own fields up together, get our horses organised. And yeah, that should do that. Try and take some minimal pig feed to the new pig shelter. And start to get that up and running. I think we'll take like 10 pigs over there. Or we might take all 40 of one particular breed over there. I haven't fully decided. Or we might just take one trailer load. Just let them have at it. Da da da. Whoop whoop. And off we go again. So da 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 da. So I sometimes wonder at how much I managed to cram into some of the hours that I put on this. But we've managed to lime and sow field 20. We managed to kind of harvest, and now we're liming field 23. We've bought fields 15 and 16. We've placed a new pig enclosure, and we've placed a BGA to bring the broken BGA location online and up and running. And yeah, we're moving in positive directions. What could be better than that? So I think we have enough lime, hopefully have enough lime to do this field. Hope so. Might be close, but we'll keep going. Let's see what happens. Certainly not a bad thing. Then I've just got to remember what I've said all these fields. I think I said this one was going to be sunflowers, so I think 2 was going to be canola. And 2728 was going to be corn. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Wow, I remembered. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Ba, ba, ba. We've only got, what, another 5 hours of daylight on the map. So by about 7 o'clock it'll be, well, 7, 8 o'clock gets dark enough that we can't ride the horses. So that was a massive oversteer, so we're just going to correct that. Okay. There we go. Off we go again. We might have a little slip on the side of this that it doesn't get done, but we'll see what size it is. We get onto the next next lane. Da, da, da. Oh, we're almost at 96. I've taken my eyes off of the harvester. Such a derp. I think it's stopped and is waiting for us to offload it. Go do that now. Yeah, there's only going to be a short sliver there, so we're going to come back to that shortly, but we won't do that. Okay. Okay. Seems odd that it would stop there, but there we go. Never mind. See if we can doing what I was hoping it would do, which is to offload the whole lot, not just offload and then start moving. That's good. Scratchy ear. Scratchy ear. Don't know quite why it shut the engine off. I think it's got a time out for stuff like that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bash the back of you. Off you go. We'll race this up the other side. So we might get all of it in the one tipper, but yeah. There we go. So we're going to get this finished. Da, da, da. Yeah, I'm really not worrying about that little bit along the side there. Das is redeeming a hydrate. Thank you very much, Das. That little bit is a control group. Well, apparently, maybe not so much because we've got to go and get some more lime. But I'm going to have to use the Challenger for that, really. Because we need to be able to open the cover. Bum, bum, ba, ba, da, 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 dum, bum. Okay, let's go fill. Do. Hello, Piggles. That was a little bit more, but then it wasn't. It was completely run empty that time because I failed to pay attention to it. So I'll just finish that last little bit off. Be ready for the Challenger to take that. Thinking that we need to go and just empty the harvester. I figured it would be coming up for the end of the row. Do this. Do. Get this done. That last bit of liming done. Then we'll go and see what's happening in Petit France. Oh. Go. Yeah, we've only got to kind of do almost half of this. Go. Do. We'll run this over to field 2 because that'll be the Next one to lime. Off we go. I'm not sure what offset I think it's might even be the same course. Should be quite cool. Helpful. If it's using the same heading. So let's have a look and just see if that little strip is fine or not. Just trying to see where all the lanes go. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just leave it lined up like that because it's going to make it okay the other side. It's going to kind of cover most of it. It'll be fine. So I will, like I say, I'll carry on with the rest of this between now and next time. So next time could be next week or possibly different. Please do check Discord, check the I say check Discord, check the schedule. My Twitch schedule really does tend to be the place that I kind of go by for things like this. So really realistically do check that out. Go back over to this one to collect the rest of the wheat. Yeah, so as I said, next Saturday stream is definitely not, but yeah, do please keep an eye on the schedule. If you tuned in and you're not sure if a stream's going ahead, just click on the schedule button and I will have updated it most often, unless something kind of disastrously wrong has happened. Does happen on occasions. I kind of just drop off of the planet, mostly because I get a migraine and I end up just hiding from the world. So yeah. So we're going to go alongside this. As we go alongside here, we can let that... Oh, we might not even get... We might fill more than just the trailer, actually. Tipper. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, we'll get this field done for Serenar. Then we're going to go and see... We're going to actually see Serenar working with Dare. Just a moment. So we're going to jump out. We're going to go to our credits screen.